everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a little comparison video for you guys inside of the Two Notes Torpedo Live, and we're going to compare a 212 Greenback cabinet to a 212 Vintage 30 cabinet. Okay, so kind of the inspiration for this video recently, I've been wanting less bass and low mids out of my tone, so I've always had Vintage 30 speakers, but I've been considering going back to Greenbacks, which I used when I had a Vox, and I wanted to compare them in the Two Notes software to see if there was much of a difference. I already threw one into my Hot Rod Deluxe extension cabinet that I use down here for recording with an actual microphone, and I took the Vintage 30 out, so I wanted to see if there was much of a change here in the actual software. So both of these cabinets are set up the same. 212, we've got the same two mics on them, which is a R121 style microphone and a 57. Okay, so let me show you guys here. On the R121, we're at -5 dB, and I've talked to Sean Tubbs about this. That's something that you want to do inside of the Two Notes software because the 121 can get a little muddy, and that's kind of what we're trying to get away from here. The 57, I've got it at 3 dB, so it's a little bit louder than the 121, and I've got both of them set up the same way, both cabinets. So for the rig today, I'm going to run my Les Paul Custom, and we're going into the Fender Supersonic on the burn channel. I'm just going to do what I normally do with my volume knob, roll it down, roll it up for clean or distorted tones. The Supersonic is going straight into the Two Notes Torpedo Live, and we've got the software up here for you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't have any power amp section on or anything, no EQ, no post EQ, so everything is just how you hear it. I'll show you guys how I have the amp EQ'd here, and then also I've got a few pedals that are running into the loop of the Supersonic, but I'll start off with the tone being dry. That way you guys can just hear the difference between the two speakers. Okay, so here we go. The volume knob on my Les Paul is at about 7, so it's kind of clean. It's a little crunchy, but here it is. Oh, and by the way, we are on the Greenback to start off. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the middle position. And to the neck position. So that sounds pretty good right there. I like that Greenback sound. I'm actually getting ready to mod this Les Paul. I'm going to put a capacitor straight from the pickup here to the switch. That way it takes off quite a bit of the low end. This is kind of a woofy, tubby sounding neck pickup, which isn't my thing. So let's go ahead and go to the Vintage 30 now. We'll start back in the bridge position. Middle. And the neck. Okay, so my first kind of thought on this is the Vintage 30 seems to have more low mids, like I said. It's almost like the upper mids are scooped. Before, I always liked Vintage 30s the best, but I'm really starting to think that maybe Greenbacks are my main speaker. So let's go back to the Greenback, and this time, before I switch between positions, I'm going to go between each cabinet. So we're going to start with the Greenback. We're going to roll the volume up, kind of get some crunch tones here, and we're on the bridge position. Alright, now over to the Vintage 30. So that kind of sounds like more something that you would hear in like a heavier band. You know, it sounds like the mids are more scooped with the Vintage 30. And like I said, the mics are exactly the same. 3 and negative 4 on the 121. And then the presets are exactly the same too, but the Vintage 30 kind of sounds quieter to me. I don't know. So let's go ahead and I'm going to turn on some reverb here. Let's go ahead and do the middle position. Go back to the Greenback. Kind of crunch tones in the middle. Vintage 30. Okay, let's go ahead and try some lead tones, and we're going to try this first on the neck position. Okay? Greenback. Vintage 30. I'm sorry, Vintage 30 now. Okay, so the Vintage 30 definitely seems flubbier on the bottom, which is what I'm trying to get away from, like I said. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion of it. Don't know what else to, tell you guys. You guys can form your own opinion about it, but in my opinion, I think I like the Greenback better. So let's go ahead and hear the Greenback bridge position lead tone, which is actually what you guys heard at the beginning of the video doing the Hotel California stuff. That's got more of that Jimmy Page sound to it. Okay, when you're on like a Greenback setting and you're on the bridge, or we can even go to the middle position. And now the Vintage 30 in the bridge position. Middle. So again, my opinion is that it's like it sounds fuller on the Greenback cabinet, but yet there's more bottom end on the Vintage 30 cabinet, if that makes sense. So again, I like a fuller sound, I just don't like a lot of lows and low mids. So I think the Greenback is the speaker for me. And hope that you guys found this video kind of helpful. You know, it's not much of a difference between the two, but there is like a subtle difference. I hope that you guys can hear it on YouTube once this is uploaded. Maybe listen to this through monitors like I'm doing, or through headphones, because you probably won't hear much of a difference through your phone speakers. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.